Hello and welcome back. This is video number 4, and we're going to talk about understanding the concept of automated trust buildings. Once you understand how things work, then it's going to be easier to implement. And this is going to be a fairly quick video that I'm going to try to run through really quick so that we can move straight to the tools and the implementation process, because I know you're probably excited to get to that point. Now, in this particular video, we want to talk about how to build a relationship with your list. Because everything is essentially virtual, we have to do it right? Now, this is almost foreign to most people, especially if you've never built a list before. So how in the world can you build a relationship automatically? Well, here's what I want you to imagine. Imagine having pen pals across the world. It's a concept of writing to a friend or somebody you do not know. All right, so think of it that way. Now, if you start out, you typically don't start out saying, hey, come buy my stuff, right? You never say that, right? If you were to meet somebody. Well, normally you start out with a conversation, a basic conversation. Introduce yourself, how you can help them, and then you help them out more. So if you can think of it that way, when you begin to write your emails for your autoresponder series, the first email, obviously, if you promise them access to a free report, a free ebook, or whatever you promised, number one, make sure that you deliver that immediately. So the first email should be welcome, but it should also be, here is what you got access to. Now, if you are giving them a 7-day email plan, then obviously, first things first, you want to emphasize that. You can say, thank you for signing up for the 7-day email plan. All right, same thing. Thank you for signing up for the free report on diabetes natural treatments. What I'm going to do, you can say, what I'm going to do in my goal is to talk about natural treatments. And I'm not going to talk anything about, prescription drugs or anything like that. I'm here to talk about natural treatments, things that will be okay with your body, and things that will help you live a normal life. So that's how I would start out with it. The second email that I would send out maybe talks about something else related, and so forth and so forth. So if you think of it that way, when you just first begin to meet somebody, you first begin to build a relationship with them, do the exact same thing. So that way, once you set it up on your autoresponder system, customer A or subscriber A comes and they will begin to receive emails. And then subscriber 2, let's say, comes a week later, and then they read your emails and they begin to receive your emails. And the process begins from there. So there's 2 different types of emails. There are autoresponder emails, which is you set it up in advance, and broadcasting emails, which means when you send it out, it blasts to every single person. All right, so I want you to keep that in mind, because we're going to actually do all of that implementation later on. So same concept here. By writing a bunch of emails that hone in on what you're delivering, what you promised initially, and then speaking directly to the subscriber's needs or the buyer's needs. So obviously, if this is somebody who bought, obviously, you can thank them. Thank you for buying. This is what you get access to, and so forth. Now, the future emails, what I would do at the end of every single email is I would say, in 2 days, you will receive another email that talks about this. So what you're doing is you're connecting the first email to the second email to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and whatever emails are after that email after that. But you're connecting them. So you're kind of creating a teaser for them to watch, the video, or look at email 1 to go to email 2, and so forth and so on. So specifically tell people very, very specifically what they need to do, if that makes sense. Then, of course, make sure those emails are in sequential order. So you need to break the emails up and specify, write down, okay, they receive this email 1 immediately. They receive email 2 the day after that, maybe 3 the day after that, And then maybe the fourth email they receive 2 days later, the 5th email they receive 3 days later, and the 6th email maybe 2 days later again. So you can actually specify the sequence. So it's not every day or every other day. You can specify that. You don't have to. So I want you to make sure that you understand that. Now, fortunately for you, because you are building a list via an autoresponder series and you've written out those emails, you'll be able to automate your relationship and trust building automatically. So you'll actually use this service to set things up, and I'll show you how to do that later on once we talk about the recommended autoresponder systems, the recommended lead page systems. After that, we'll talk about the setup process, and I'll walk you through step by step. I'll pick and choose a specific autoresponder service that I found to be very, very helpful. It has lasted well over a decade, and it is very strong, and the deliverability rates are high. And then we'll talk about the lead capture page and how to set that up as well.